Welcome back, Plug Nation. Today, we have a crazy video because so much has been happening throughout the NBA 2K community. You guys know, I don't like to waste anyone's time. So whatever you got to do, make sure that like button is blue, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and you're going to want to watch today's entire video, I promise you, because so much has been going on, and if you don't, you're going to be missing out. So Cole the Man on Twitter said this: we should get more level the higher the win streak goes and shouldn't get less level for playing in other affiliations parks. Now, I've talked about this before. We were so happy to see, oh, there's going to be 4 different parks that we can play in, and then 2K came out with the game and said, hey, you actually get 50% less for playing in other affiliations, which I really do not like because a lot of people don't play in the other parks because of that fact right there. And I want to go play in other parks, but I don't want to get less level. Also, after you get like a 10 win streak, you should get like 1.2 times level. 20 win streak 1.4 times and stuff like that. Now, you might be saying in the comment section, oh, Batch, but people are going to start boosting, blah, blah, blah. That's not our fault. 2K needs to go in and ban the boosters and get rid of them. That way we can have fun with the game and not have to worry about, oh, if 2K does this, boosters are going to do something. Anyway, Quill on Twitter had something to say about 2K21. He said, this is really starting to feel like 2K18 again. Community is dry with so many people leaving / quitting 2K. I've loaded up 2K21 once in the last 2 weeks. We still have another 8+ months of this. Man, ... It's very sad, bro. When I thought about it, I was like, wow, we really have 8 months left of this game and the same rewards. Really, at the end of the day, for me, it all comes down to the rewards, and it's the same thing, and it's so bland and dry. It's like, okay, I'm playing the game, but there's no incentive to play. There's no reason to grind. Anyway, Nate said, whoever decided to make every My Player build unstoppable this year needs to be fired and never direct another 2K again. Whoever's idea to make this big city needs to be fired as well. Matter of fact, just fire everybody because they just don't care. Quill said, it's clear that they saw Next Gen 2K was a flop, so they just don't care anymore. Should have waited until 2K22 to make a Next Gen game and just kept everybody on the same 2K21. Now, a lot of people have had their opinions, and it's never that 2K should have made a new game. Tyceno said it himself in a few videos ago that just like the other next-gen games, we should have been combined. That way we didn't split up the community. And, of course, 2K made the new game. They got their bread. And we're at a suffering point because not a lot of people have the console. Now they have to work on 2 games. It's a whole big issue. And this game is just not it at the moment. A patch needs to come soon. And maybe one came out today. We'll be talking about that in just a minute. Poor Boy Sin has been inactive for a while. He said, the entire time I've been absent is because I was going through a breakup with my kid's mom. I made mistakes, blah, blah, blah. This year is all about me and my girly faces. So, Poor Boy Sin, the OG, is back, man. Make sure you guys go support him. He's going to be back on his grind soon. He said, I have no creative workspace or no official setup currently, so I just have to try and make it work. And I'm glad one of the OGs of the 2K community is back. But GV on Twitter said, so demotivating that after every single win, I have to get off the court and go hunt down a game and wait 10 minutes before I play again. Win or lose, I have to wait. What's even the point of winning? And I've said this over and over since 3v3 Pro-Am was added that 2K should add 2v2 and 1v1 Pro-Am so people can go in there and have fun, a matchmaking system so you don't have to wait for games. And 2K, if you do not want to monitor people boosting, make it a little less level or something like that, but do not comment down below and say, oh, people are gonna boost. That's 2K's responsibility to get those people off the game. We shouldn't have less features on the game because 2K doesn't want to go in and ban people that are cheating. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Power DF on Twitter said, if I played the entire day on this Elite 4 bar using single level, I might gain like 3%. So it is extremely hard to hit Legend this year. So many games you have to put in. I don't know if you guys seen when 6God or No Truths hit Legend, but they had like 1,000 rec games played and then like 7,000 park games. And keep in mind, they were playing in every single server in the double level. They were playing in Asia, Europe, you know, West, East, all those so that they could get double level as much as possible. It would probably take around 15 to 20,000 park games with the double level and all that to hit Legend this year. It's crazy. In the last video, we talked about Ronnie 2K leaking a patch coming soon towards the end of the month for NBA 2K21. Badge Plug went onto Twitter and said, in case you haven't seen that in today's video, blah, blah, blah. Ronnie said that, and Luck said, last chance for the community. Best potential made game by 2K. No way it can fall without them trying. So I really want to see what 2K has to do with this patch. One came out today, but I'm not sure if that is the patch Ronnie was talking about. We'll talk about it once we get there. Anyway, we have this tweet that says, imagine someone paying you to do a job and you only show up like every 4 months. That's basically 2K. Update that damn game, bruh. Duke Dennis is very upset on Twitter because this game just came out 2 months ago and we haven't had a patch since December 14th. Quill said, I get that they're probably working on 2K22, but they made over $1 billion on 2K20 alone. There's no way they don't have a few people that can keep up with 2K21. Nut said, there's no way these dudes are working 8-hour shifts and not even a hint of an update. And I believe that too. There is absolutely no way they've got devs in there working day and night trying to fix the game, and we haven't had a patch since December 14th when we have a lot of issues with the game. Anyway, we have from Supreme DF. He said, I get on next gen and load up on my 6'7" power forward, doing the same thing every game I play, playing against the same build and playstyle every game. Seriously, how can you find this fun? Now, I honestly think that 2K has messed with the community's mindset a lot this year, and the arguments that were going on, whether there should be playstyles or superstars, and it's making a lot of people not really understand what's going on. People were talking about, oh, we should not have superstars. And then there was another side where, hey, I want my build to be able to do everything. Well, this year, 2K does allow that, but it's really only in one position, which is the power forward. So really, it's been years and years since 2K gave us quote-unquote superstar players, and the argument really isn't defined yet whether the game should have that or not, because this year they tried to do it, but they mess it up. You know what I'm talking about? We haven't seen 2K try to make a superstar build game since like 2K16, 2K15. And you can say this game is, but it's really only one position. So that messed up the argument because people who were arguing on the other side are saying, hey, look, this is what happens. But really, this isn't what happens because 2K only gave us one position. It's their fault that they broke the builder. So we don't really know yet. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you guys want superstar builds like we have this year, but throughout every position on 2K22? Or do you want play styles like we used to have, double archetypes and stuff like that? Or just go back to one archetype? Let me know in the comment section down below. It's always something that's going to be heavily argued on this game. Anyway, we have on Twitter from GVTNB. He said, I just realized other pay-to-win games, you pay money to skip the hours of the grind to get to the good stuff. 2K, you gotta pay to get your player halfway good, then you still have to grind hours to get badges and more attributes. And here comes power. That's why it's not pay to win. It's more like pay to get a head start. Nah, I mean, it depends on what 2K you're talking about, but every single year pretty much, if you don't want to put BC on your player to get him to like 85 overall, 60 to 85 or whatever it is this year takes so many hours and hours of grinding just to get to 85 overall. That's why almost everybody puts VC on their player right away and spends the money so they don't have to go through that insane grind, because you could just work at a job for like 5 hours and get that back, whereas you would have to spend hundreds of hours to get to 85 overall, which is definitely not worth it if you got just a little bit of bread. But Nut said, I understand that 2K has other priorities, but since the company has signed an NFL partnership in March, we should have NFL player jerseys in the stores. I think that would be cool. Now, probably some sort of licensing issue or something like that. 2K probably will never be able to do that because 2K has some sort of deal with the NBA, and yeah, I just don't think it would work, but it is a very good idea. Anyway, Buddy Boy, who is the Make-A-Wish kid that got the first Make-A-Wish logo, you know, he's got the connects and the ties with 2K. He spoke to Mike Wang, and he said this on Twitter, there's a patch coming. Mike watched Ronnie's stream last night, got some info, and I personally had the chance to talk to him last night, and this morning, there will be something coming. So, a patch is supposed to be coming very soon. He then later said on Twitter, I hope with this fading nerf that shot creators are still able to shot create. When I say this, I mean they can still do spin jumpers, hop jumpers, etc. I want fades to be nerfed so it's not hold R2 and tap square and it be green 90% of the time and every build can't fade. And this is something that ties into a lot of stuff. Me as a content creator, I complain about issues we've talked about that are needing to be fixed, like 100% no denial. You can't say, oh, double level shouldn't work, blah, 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 when it's supposed to be a double level event. Then 2K goes in, they make like the NBA store not work, and someone asked me and they're like, Badge, I knew this patch was going to be bad. How dare you want 2K? Like, bro, I'm trying to get something fixed. It's not my fault that 2K comes out with a patch and it's something completely different that messes up the game. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to have a good experience for everybody that's playing the game. I want everyone to have fun. I want the best 2K possible. I can't help that 2K does these patches usually and breaks something that is completely out of my control. Anyway, Dignify said, feel like this patch is going to mess up so many other things. Hopefully not, but you know how it is. But he said it's honestly tough because the community wants fades to be nerfed, which they need to be, but then takes out a big portion of scoring, so I don't know. We will see. He said they do need to be nerfed, but since there's no moving shot rating, it's going to be tough to nerf. They might just make shooting bad like in current gen. If they mess with the shooting, to nerf fades. So, I don't know. We're going to see what 2K does. Swante had to go to Twitter, and you guys know how Swante is, man. He keeps it real. He said the community doesn't want less level for playing other affiliation parks. It makes people be restricted on who they will be willing to play with because they don't want less level. There's already not enough people playing the game. Big issue. Change it now. And that's what I was talking about. I've been talking about it video after video. Not every single video, but that does need to change, bro. I want to play in other affiliations and not get penalized. That makes no sense. You know what I'm talking about? Makes absolutely no sense. Hank the Tank went on to Twitter and he said, I love NBA 2K21 with a broken PS5 controller or PS4, whatever. But anyway, a little hot fix came out today. Not a patch, but a hot fix. People get that messed up sometimes. I'm not sure if this is what Ronnie was talking about or this is what Buddy Boy was talking about, because Ronnie was talking about an actual patch towards the end of the month / beginning of February. Well, anyway, the patch came out today, or hot fix as you should call it, and 2K Intel said special delivery badge was nerfed today in NBA 2K21. So special delivery is the reason why people were getting takeovers so fast. Then they were getting the pull-up precision takeover and negative impact, which dramatically helped you hit fadeaways much more efficiently. And that was one of the big issues that we talked about in the previous video. I said I do not think fadeaways is the actual issue with fadeaways. It's the takeovers and blinders is the real issue with the fadeaways, because in Pro-Am and stuff, when people don't got that takeover and they're playing on there, they're not just sitting there fading away every single game because people know how to guard it and not let them get takeover in one shot. As you see right here, IQ Contained went to Twitter to show people that fadeaways are definitely not patched, and as you see also in the clip, he had takeover. I believe that the problem is the takeovers, and it's also that people were able to get double takeover or team takeover in one shot. That was the reason why it was so overpowered. I could be wrong, but I helped Six God hit Legend, and I played a lot of games. I'm telling you, the difference in being able to fade in takeover versus not being in takeover was definitely huge. I'm talking about, consistency, the ability to just pull up when there's someone right on you, stuff like that. Now, blinders still has to be touched. It has not been touched at all. I think that is the actual main problem with the fading away issue. We'll see very soon. But as you'll see right here on Twitter, this guy said, patch blinders, patch blinders, patch blinders. It was not touched today at all. But then we have confirmation. This guy said 2 special delivery flashy passes Hall of Fame to fades with Hall of Fame hot shot equals a single takeover. So still, if you have special delivery on Hall of Fame and Hall of Fame hot shot, you will get 1 takeover in 2 shots, whereas you used to get team takeover in 1 shot if you did it correctly. So 2K did do something good today. They made a tiny little bit of movement up the W hill, but they have a lot to go because error codes are still in the game. And I heavily do believe that this is not the patch, quote unquote patch, that Ronnie was talking about and Buddy Boy on Twitter was talking about and all that. So there's more to come. 2K still has a lot to go just in the fadeaway category. Lots of issues with the game in general. Let's check out these clips that I've seen on Twitter. And they're crazy. Apparently, this is a very common issue on the 3 score. You just get stuck and cannot inbound the ball. Then you get a 24-second violation. This guy's going to run down the court right here. Step back, fade away, green. A 100% smothered shot. Dignify posted a crazy sequence of events that I had to show you guys on Twitter. He catches the ball and shoots a 67% covered green in the corner. Then the other team is going to come down the court. His man is going to catch the ball wide open in the corner, not shoot it, run down, run backwards, fade away a white in the corner, and it goes in. Now, those two right there are some pretty crazy plays to especially be back-to-back. But check this out. Now Dignify is going to come down the court. He's going to do not the greatest combo of all time, that's for sure. Hit one move, pull it up, and green a 42% covered shot. This game is crazy. It is actually insane. Anyway, the mayor battles were yesterday on NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Ronnie 2K was the host as usual, and the four mayors played 2v2 versus each other for new parks or new themes on the park for the Next Gen game. It was Poor Boy Sin and T-Jack versus Mo Buckets, and I think the Vipers mayor is iPod King Carter. Now, I have no idea why they put T-Jack and Poor Boy Sin on the same team. That was definitely a stacked roster. They should have been versing each other, but they didn't. Anyway, T-Jack and Poor Boy Sin won, so the Western Wildcats got a new park or a new quote-unquote theme, and the Knights have not gotten anything yet. It's pretty interesting. I don't know why, but check out what these new Western Wildcat parks look like. I really like them. They are hardwood, classic little court right there. I had to go check it out for myself, as you guys see, and the twos court is also different, which I really like because it would be, I don't know, it's just better that it's two different themes for the twos and the threes, and I'm really wondering, Ronnie 2K, what is going on, sir? Why have we not gotten anything new at the Knights? We won as well. What's happening, sir? We definitely need something. What's going on? We want to know right now. I'm just playing, but why? Why have we not gotten anything new? What's going on, 2K? But guys, today, this is going to be really hard to say. 2K has taken a tiny W, a microscopic W, all right? They're doing something, but a lot more has to come. I'm not giving them a W for this. Microscopic, you know what I'm saying? Very, very small. They fixed Hot Shot, which is something that I told you guys was an issue. Obviously, you know, people getting team takeover in one shot is not supposed to happen. I really do not think fadeaways is the issue. As I've been saying, I think it was people getting takeover. The takeovers are very overpowered, and then blinders, okay? Because when you watch, like, you know, Comp Pro-Am and stuff, these dudes are not sitting there just fading away every shot. It is obviously 5 people on the court, so it's harder and you have less space. But at the same time, these guys are professional players. They're shooting 5%, 6% whites, and they're not going in. That's because they do not have takeover, and they're not able to just run to the corner and fade away every single play. So I don't know. You guys leave your opinions down below. It's your boy Badge Plug. You have been plugged in. Also, guys, remember to always at me on Twitter if you see something that should be in the videos. My Twitter is just at Badge Plug, just like the channel name, at Badge Plug. If someone has their name as Badge Plug, doesn't mean they are me. The at has to say Badge Plug, no spaces, just like the channel name. Guys, I'm out. Enjoy your days. Drink a gallon of water every single day like Swante says. Be healthy out there, and I'm out. Peace.